today I want to talk about a force so profound, so transformative, that it can change the very fabric of our lives. This force is gratitude.
The two emotions that destroy your relationship, your business, your life, it's fear and anger. Those are two extremes. What's the emotion I want to train? Gratitude. You can't be grateful and fearful simultaneously. You can't be angry and grateful simultaneously. So what I do is I start my day, I make those changes, and I close my eyes or I look out at the water and I think of 3 things that I'm grateful for just a minute each.
I find 10 things to be grateful for before my feet hit the ground. And especially if I'm feeling strained and stressed, I go over my gratitude list because gratitude will reduce stress all day long.
In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we often overlook the power of simply being thankful. But let me tell you, gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a way of life.
There's nothing you'll ever accomplish that's more remarkable than that you have a chance to accomplish something. When you're so grateful for the at-bat, you're happy.
When we unpack the architecture of a winning mentality, we're dealing with somebody that every single day they're beating on their craft and they're closing the gap. They are crystal clear about where they are and where they're looking to go. This is the type of person that's got tunnel vision. They move in the dimension of mindfulness and gratitude.
Say thank you for your heart that knows how to mend when it's broken. Show gratitude for your composure that helps you control your emotions.
I stand here. In my greatness. I own my light. I own my brilliance. I am bold. I am courageous. I'm perfect in my imperfection. This is my time. This is my time. I'm bright enough. I'm old enough. I'm young enough. I've experienced enough. I'm wise enough. I understand that I am enough. Breathe. Own it. Own it.
If you're in a state of gratitude, it makes total sense. Then you will accept, believe, and surrender the thoughts that are equal to that emotional state, and you could actually program your autonomic nervous system to make a pharmacy of chemicals that causes growth and repair to happen in the body. You start feeling gratitude, you start feeling more gratitude, you start feeling love, you start feeling more love, you start feeling kindness, you start feeling care, you start feeling appreciation, you start feeling creative, you start feeling inspired. You practice feeling those emotions. When you get that heart of yours back into balance, we discovered that once energy makes it to the heart, it's going right to the brain.
They take 3 minutes and it's kind of like a blessing or a prayer for the people around me, for the people I love. And there's been a lot of studies that Dalai Lama and others have done on compassion for strangers, what it does to your brain. And then the last 3 minutes I call 3 to Thrive, where I focus for a minute each on something I really want to make happen. I give thanks for it as it's done. I see it as done. I experience it as done. I wire my reticular activating system. So now it's going to notice anything that relates to that, but it has a joyous feeling to it as well. And I'm done in 10 minutes and I'm ready to rock and roll.
I'm trying to get people to practice reframing their perspective. I practice gratitude every day. If I wake up in the morning and nobody I love passed away or came down with a terminal illness, then my day starts off great.
When I wake up today, every single day, I wake up grateful. I wake up happy. I wake up excited.
Pause and reflect on what you're grateful for. This simple act can turn darkness into light, struggle into strength. Embrace the power of gratitude and let it be the foundation of your journey.
Be grateful for life. Be grateful for your children. Hug your loved ones. You know, tomorrow's not promised. We all got to fight.
You will have rainy days, but you have to decide. If I encounter rejection, if I encounter frustration, I will not give up.
You will find the calm, the peace, the hope, the faith, the courage, the expectancy you need to live.
If you never get married, you enough. If you never pass that law degree, you enough. If you never become a doctor, you enough. If you never get married, you enough. If you never have a child, you are enough like you are. And that's why God created you. You are enough.
The first thing you got to realize is that you got to love yourself. It's about self-love. Start
understanding that if you're going to do something with your life, you got to fall in love with yourself again.
The moment you start talking about self-love, you start seeing, you turn that lens inward and you start coming in contact with your personal emotional history, right? You start, if I really love myself, how can I live a better life?
It is time to be more selfish, where it's all about you and taking care of you.
I like to think about it as this. You can be two things at once. You can be jealous of somebody, and you can also allow that to inspire you at the same time. You can be afraid, which is true, and you can still find the willpower to push yourself or discipline to push yourself forward. Human beings are very complex, and when you start to understand you're not just one thing, it gives you freedom to ride the waves of feelings, to ride the waves of experience, and to kind of go down and go, oh, this is a terrible thing, and know that you will be able to come out the other side of it.
Every single good thing that happens in our lives, everything, comes at a cost. There's nothing for free. Somebody with an incredible career has no relationship with their kids. Everything comes at a cost. But at the same time, everything we struggle with has opportunity and lesson that goes with it. It's always balanced. And when something horrible happens in someone's life or something goes sideways, I always ask, but what did you learn?
Life is about the pain of being alive. And when you know that, I find that very helpful to me. When I come back to that, I'm like, I'm struggling, I'm disappointed here, I wish this outcome had been different. But when I can come back to like, oh, but that's what life's all about. So what do I do now? You breathe it, you experience it, and then you move on and you heal in the doing.
You've got to learn to be more resilient about these things because that is life. It's not a bed of roses. Life is tough.
And there's just a part of you, I think, in anything you're doing when you're struggling, is this really for me? Is this my destiny? Should I be doing this? And we misread failure from some sign. You know, is this a sign I shouldn't be doing it? You know, is this a sign I am, not cut out for this? Instead of looking for signs that you can win, right? And so I spent the first 5 years literally trying to find ways to quit, trying to find ways to get out, struggling. And I went broke. I lost a car. I had the water turned off in my place. People don't realize that there were just years and years of grinding and struggling and worrying in the beginning. And then I made some mental changes and some shifts that altered my life then again.
I think you can win. I'm positive you can win. You just need to start changing your mindset. It means that you need to look at yourself and figure out who you are. What are you good at? What do you like? How are you going to get to the place that you want to get to?
Success is waiting for you. Winning is waiting for you. Achievement is waiting for you because you are a winner. You are focused. You are determined. You are a fighter.
One of the hardest things, which became one of the greatest realizations, is truly coming face to face with myself and realizing that even though I have done extraordinary things in terms of my own thinking patterns, that there was a level to which I was still on the run, that I was darting off to a coffee shop or darting off to an airplane, and all of this racing around kept me from having to truly stop and stand with the woman in the mirror and just be still and figure out, well, what do I really want?
You're a person, you're human, you're alive, and you matter.
Every day when you wake up, you have choices. Life is about choices. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. And you can hit the snooze button and you can stay in the bed where it's safe and it's comfortable. Or you can get up and face the world. You can stare at your phone scrolling on social media endlessly. Or you can create habits that are going to help you become the person that you want to be, the person that you are destined to be. The power lies in the decisions that we make every single day. Show up. Make the choices that your future self would thank you for. Don't just let life happen to you. Create the life that you want. One choice, one action, one day at a time, because in the end, your life There's nothing more than the sum of your choices. You have the power to decide right now, today, not tomorrow. So choose wisely, choose powerfully, choose to live the life you deserve.
Necessity, in my opinion, is not the mother of invention. Refusing to accept things the way that they are is the mother of invention.
Some of you will never be, you'll never have, you'll never do, because you're sitting around waiting on a phone call, because you're sitting around waiting for somebody to give you an opportunity.
Too many people get into a dwelling mindset, a woe is me, of, look, I missed it. To me, start now, move fast, don't settle is 6, 16, 26, 36, 46, 56, 76. This is about loving yourself and not beating yourself up for what you've done wrong in the past. Let's go.
This life that you have been given, this life that you are temporarily holding on to, this life that has been just given to you for only temporary reasons, has more meaning than you can ever imagine. Your life is your life, and you have the right to live it the best way you can.
Door can't open today, look out. I'm gonna come back and take the hinges off. You've got to have that kind of courage, that type of determination. If you want to make it happen, it's you. That you've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen.
Listen to me, you want to be a rap artist, right? You want to go to the NFL, you want to go to the NBA, right? You want to go to the Olympics, right? You want to be the next Michael Jackson. You want to be the next, I don't know who you want to be, what you want to do. You don't want to live in the community you live in. You want to be in the gated community, all right? You don't want to drive what you're driving right now. You want to drive something big. That's okay. It's okay to dream big. It's okay to think big, but you got to start small. You got to give small a chance to be big, baby.
You can't just talk about wanting to win. You have to prepare to win, and you have to expect to win.
If it's a new meal plan, start today. If it's a new mentality, start today. If it's a fresh conversation, if it's a powerful life-giving strategy, whatever it is that's going to take you forward, start now. Start now. Don't push this thing off to tomorrow, because lives are on the line. When people wait to fulfill, when people wait to manifest, when people wait and they push it off, it can cost the lives of so many people, the overall quality of life that many people walk in, because you are a life-giving agent of change in the arena of life. It is time for you to show up the best version of yourself. Lives are on the line. At the end of your life, you need to be able to look up to heaven and have won some small victory for humanity, because you becoming everything you've been destined to become is going to impact somebody's life. And so when we don't do this, when we push it off, when we procrastinate, somebody's life is being negatively impacted, and that first life is yours.
So what I want you to do is think about something you want for you, that's real for you, that's important for you, that will give your life some special meaning and power.
Don't wait for something to happen. You make it happen. You make it happen for a reason. And take full responsibility and control of this thing we call life.
Think of 22 to 42 as being like the soldier of society. In fact, if we go to war, you're the ones going to war, 22 to 42. In business, you're the soldier. You're learning, you're growing, you're grunting it out, you're hustling, right? If you work hard during that time, and you've done well during spring, you come to the fall, which is, you look at 43 to 63, that's your power period, right? That's the period where you had explosive growth in your business, as an example. That's when you became who you are, where your name became known. That's where all of a sudden you can do probably more today with your pinky than when you work 20 hours a day. And now if you work 20 hours a day, produce generational impact much greater than that. But the ultimate time, and I say to you this as a brother who's heading in that direction, because I never would have believed it, is really when you get to 63 to 83 or 63 to 103 or 63 to 120, which is the oldest humans. The final season, the winter season. But that's the season in which You really are the elder of society, and if you've done your job up front, you've reaped so much. All you want to do is give back, and you don't worry about what people think about you. I'm here to help the people that are interested. I'm not here to say I'm the right thing for everybody. And you own yourself at a different level, and you really can move a pinky and make things happen.
You have to be confident in you. You have to believe that you have what it takes. You have to declutter your mind.
Give small a chance to be big. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You got to give small a chance to grow up. You're trying to blow up. You're trying to do everything big. And I told you, think big, dream big, but start small. That's right, start small. Remember what I told you. Start where you are with what you have, because what you have is plenty.
You must discipline yourself and take full control and responsibility for the outcome or whatever it is that you are seeking at this moment.
And I just want to encourage you to start now, little by little. Make the decisions that are required to fulfill your destiny. I know you're tired. I know you're broken. I know you're weary. I know you're sleepy. I know you've gotten numb. I know it seems as though there is no hope. And you can get into this place of hopelessness and weariness and isolation. But right where you are, and some of you can't even see the light at the end of the tunnel, but right where you are, you got to start now.
You ain't got to be perfect. You heard me. You ain't got to be perfect, but you got to perfect the day and finally stop planning for events. Stop planning for things and start planning for your future. Start getting yourself ready so when you get there, it's a done deal. So, yep, you didn't do all of that stuff, so that's okay. Say goodbye to the past and embrace your future. Make directing your life, directing your life.
You have to make sure that you are managing yourself wisely, that you are making the right decisions. You have to make sure that you keep the promises that you have made to yourself.
Stop stressing about the things that you cannot control and start focusing on the things that you have control of. Take control of your life. Take control of the opportunities. Believe in yourself and know that it is not over for you.
Step toward it. Don't try and duck it like most people do. See, most people want it easy. See, easy come, easy what? Easy go. When you go at what you're going to deal with and you deal with the difficulties of it, when you handle those hard things close at hand, making those hard decisions right now that you don't want to make, learning those things that you don't like to do, but you know that in order for you to get where you want to go, this is one of the hoops that you have to flip through. And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender.
I need you to stop pushing certain goals off and aims and targets and relationships and doors you need to walk through and tables you need to sit at. Stop pushing it off till tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised.
Your mindset, your belief system is everything. And it is so powerful. And so I came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia to tell you, you were not a mistake. You were not an accident. You were here for a reason. I know you're going through some hard times. I know life at times might feel rough, or you might feel weird, or things might be frustrating, but it's not going to always be like this. Your condition is not your conclusion. There is so much more that's going to take place. There is so much more power that's inside you. If you make up in your mind, I choose to believe that I can do great things. And I promise you, my young friends, I got to a point in life when I was like, man, I got these teachers. They must really care. Like when you start having teachers that get diagnosed with cancer, but they still show up to school. One of my teachers had arthritis so bad, she couldn't even write on the chalkboard. Other teacher was going through a divorce. Another one that just buried her child. I'm looking at all these teachers that's going through life just like you, just like me, but they kept showing up. So something inside my brain said, maybe I am worth it. Something inside me said, maybe I can do great things. For them to jump through all these hoops and go out of their way to kind of connect with me, for them to make these sacrifices, maybe it is possible for me. It's the same way with you.
Sometimes I go back to like being that little boy in the hallway that ever heard that teacher tell my mom that I wasn't high school material. Then I have to remind myself like, no. That's not true. I am that. I can do that. I can achieve that. Sometimes I have to remind myself, what am I telling you? Like, life can be hard. Life can be rough, but there's something special. And there's something powerful about the human mind and about the human spirit and about the human will when you tell yourself, I won't give up, I won't surrender, I won't quit. I'm going to show up every single day and do the best that I can. And here's the beautiful thing about you is while you're going through your process and while you're trying to navigate these waters and while you're still, trying to tweak some stuff within yourself, you still got the power to save somebody else's life. You got the power to speak up for others. You got the power to be the voice of reason for someone who might be on the verge of doing something they shouldn't do. You have the power to brighten somebody's day. Your words are powerful. Your energy is powerful. And so I don't want you all to think that you have to have it all together and everything for you has to be perfect in order for you to be a leader. No. You can make an impact. You can make a difference. You can save somebody's life right now by you just being unapologetically you and you walking in that calling and you speak life and you affirm and you let others know I see you and I'm with you and I got your back and you're not by yourself and I will hold your hand as you go throughout this journey. And even though I'm struggling, I don't mind fighting on behalf of you and we're going to figure this thing out together. Key word, together.
Don't you give up. You hold on. Don't you say you don't have it. If that job is not working out for you, you keep working. If someone that you trusted and runs out, you keep trusting in you. If someone broke your heart, they say a broken heart can mend. Stop putting so much faith in people and understand who you really are inside. There is a reason for your life. Live the life. Don't give up the life. Know that your challenges are necessary. Know that you are a purpose beyond things that other people will never understand. And who says that everyone has to understand you? Question is, do you understand you? Do you believe in you? You are the author of your story. Write your book and sign off on it. And say, this is my life, and I'm going to live it. Not just this year, not just next year. For whatever life I have left, I am going to stay locked in, and I am going to push with every ounce of strength and purpose and will and love that I have. No one can take that away from me. That is how you should be. Let the other ones think what they want. Let them feel what they feel. But don't you dare say you're nothing because they think you're nothing. Look beyond new me, new you. Look beyond being like someone else. Make sure that you're paying attention to who you are and what you represent. Because you are stronger if you believe it. You are better than the things that are holding you down. Never give up. Find your reason. Find the purpose that is within you. Because you live for a reason. And your time is not up yet. So don't waste it on nonsense. Keep moving forward. Every time you look around you and you see people that are giving up on their lives, people are hurting. But I'm here to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, everybody goes through some kind of hell, no matter how high they get up on that mountain. Because you was not put here to not face challenges. You were not put here to not have struggles embark in your life. This is why you have to get locked in. Locked in on strength. Locked in on faith. Locked in on you make a difference.
You can find something that you have an innate ability for. We love doing things we have an innate ability for, right? But the innate talent in our DNA. And then go, now I'm ready to educate myself, learn, hustle, go after, seek, create opportunities. Bam, bam. It's going to be in the prism of how I measure every situation where I am going forward. Hunt it down. And do what you got to do to get better at it. And then if it's hopefully something that the world can demand,
that's a sweet spot.
Now you're paying your rent, man. Now we got food on the table. Now we're rolling. Now we're waking up with some purpose. Now we're waking up with, it's going to be a hard day today, but I'm not dreading Monday morning. Maybe I'll sleep in, but I'm building something. I'm building something here. I'm in construction.
You have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine.
It's like if you want to have everything you could possibly want and more, then be a good person. The better a person you are, the more likely that is to happen. There's no better strategy.
Don't just do it for the money. You can make a lot of money. When you find something that you love, you will study it. Something that you love that becomes a difference between being in speaking and speaking being in you, that you will become not just confident, but you will become competent on that.
Visualization is a gift to your heart and your soul. It's a gift. Because if the idea is the seed, visualization is the fertilizer.
Life is not easy. It is not. Don't try to make it that way. Life's not fair. It never was. It isn't now, and it won't ever be. Do not fall into the trap, the entitlement trap, of feeling like you're a victim. You are not. Get over it and get on with it. And yes, most things are more rewarding when you break a sweat to get them.
Take everything away, and then what is it that you see in the mirror? Do you see there is the loving heart inside? There is the strength or the willpower inside this body. There is the discipline inside this body. There is a loyal person standing. There is pride inside of this.
And no, you're not famous, and no, it's not. Before you were ever an actor, what are you? What were you? Before you were McConaughey, before you were a Texan, before you were an American, before you were an actor, before you were a movie star, before you were a celebrity. Come on, get it all off. And it was a purge. You're the only son you can't get rid of. So, we're going to duke it out for the rest of our life here, or we're going to figure out how to get along.
You believe, we know from the science and we know from experience that if I exercise, it's a process and it's good for me, even though I can't measure it in the short term. And if I eat well, and I keep doing that, I know it'll keep me healthy for the long term. I'll eat more leafy greens and less sugar. I know that I just have to stick to this process that 100% of the time, it works. How long does it take to get into shape when you start exercising? Nobody knows. Right. Neither does any doctor. Sometimes a little less time for some people and sometimes a little more time for others. We don't know. We just know 100% that it works. And so I had to get used to the idea professionally that I'm going to do things that I know work, but I won't be able to measure them. And I just have to be okay with the fact that it works, like exercise, like eating right. And so that's where, learning an infant mindset and letting go of annual goals. So people are like, what's your annual goal? I don't have any because I can't predict what I'm going to achieve based on arbitrary timelines.
And it's real important in the visualization. You can't see it over there. You have to see it right here.
Feel it.
You got to feel it right here. Like I am. It's all I am. I am. I am in my dream home. I am in my dream relationship. And then unpack what that looks like. But most importantly, unpack what it feels like. And when you have that emotion in this moment, all of a sudden you stir up something that I don't think will ever go back to sleep. It'll go, okay, let's go get that.
Develop your mind. You don't get in life what you want. You get in life what you are. You have greatness in you. That you have the ability to do more than you could ever begin to imagine. You have greatness in you. There's a presence in each and every one of us that waits and listens to the voice of the genuine in yourself. It will be perhaps the only God you will ever have or hear. And if you cannot hear it all of your life, will it be spent on the ends of strings that somebody else pulls? When you recognize your greatness, no one will ever pull your strings. You are different. You were created on purpose with a purpose to manifest that purpose through you. But you will never exercise authority and dominion over your life until you exercise authority and dominion over what you are not.
Abundance is just about overflow. It's about overflow. That means that if there were a saucer under this cup, abundance would be everything. This tea flows over into the saucer, and I can feed you from my saucer because I have filled my cup up enough. I use my cup for me, and I feed you from my saucer. And abundance is saying I have a saucer in my relationships filled with great experiences. There's a saucer in my health and wellness. I have so much bountiful health and vitality that I can show up for you. There's a saucer with my spirituality that I can pray for you. I can forgive the perceivingly unforgivable and love the perceivingly unlovable. And then there's a saucer for my finances. And that in every area, because abundance is a 360 experience. See, wealth is singularly focused. Wealth is about your money and your possessions. That's wealth. Okay? But abundance is 360. I have a lot of very, very wealthy friends. They're wealthy, they're not abundant.
Your ability to put something into your own mind where nobody else has impact on. And only you know that day in, day out, you just still walk this path and feel for yourself how it's getting real. Because it's unbroken. Because there's nobody who can interfere.
Make that dash dance. Make it rock this planet. Make it unapologetic. Take no prisoners. Play full out. If you're going to run fast, run hard, even at the risk of hitting the wall. Make your dash dance. Greatness is about being willing to be used to your highest level of possibility, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's unpopular, even when you're alone, even when it's inconveniencing. You're still willing to